Self-care Thursday, albeit late, but that's okay. And we are going to take care of everything here. Maybe I need to just move this. This is so much better. Go. So how are y'all doing today? I figure out how to position this properly. Hello there. Got ourselves some gel polish. You can kind of figure it out. A man that really loves someone wouldn't call nobody that. I'm just saying. That's all. That's all. It's such a derogatory term. I think men that have H words really are doing themselves a disservice because God only made you for one woman. Hold on. Getting nail polishes out. So that's what we getting together. Did my pedicure the other day. So we got to get the other part done. And so this is called, well, no, this is creamy pink, pinkish brown color. Why in the world? I hate when that gets in. It's like getting lint in your nails. I don't like that. Where did this come from? But yeah, as I was saying, God only made one woman for one man. And I say that to mean, why is you out here with the H words? Why? That works the same in reverse. You only made it for one. A lot of times there are underlying factors that make them feel like they need to have multiple people, which get people in trouble on 11 o'clock news. That's all. Hello, TMC, the math circle. I don't give my number out here. I do not. I do apologize, but that's a no. That's a deal breaker for me, especially since I don't know you. I'm getting this nice and shiny color here. No, not a dark presence behind me at all. It's just the way I got the camera angled. Yeah, we are not doing that. We are not doing that. We're not doing that. Yeah, we're not doing that. I just saw those names. We ain't talking about Mr. 1,000 baby oil bottles up in here. We're not doing that. We definitely not. And if you find that the baby oil's out, this is a joke. It's probably because he bought it all. I wonder if that's a real picture of you. Because you talking about somebody's hair. Can you show me a picture of your hair? And then you go live with it in all your glory? For real, this is not shade. I mean, I know your comment was intended for shade, sweetheart, but let's see what your weave looks like, ma'am or sir. Let's see that. Come on. Let's see that. Are you going live anytime soon, madam? I just think that's hilarious. Because I spoke about this before, but it's like, anytime a person is like picking a person, first of all, I don't know you. Did you wake up in your bed with soap with rubbing alcohol? Or did you wake up in your bed with soap with that baby oil from what's they buying them 1,000 bottles? I'm just saying. These are legitimate questions. This is not shade. I'm just wondering. What side of the bed did you wake up on? No, we're not going to do that. You're mad at the world. So I forgive you and I release you into me forgiving you. Now you're in the hands of God. If I were you, I'd be scared. Because I think this is hilarious. You coming in here and talking about people have we and won't show nobody their stuff. Oh, Lord Jesus. Because there ain't no way on God's green earth you will ever. It got quiet in here really quick, didn't it? Hello. Life of the Natural Vegan. Hope you're doing well. Taking time to pour into my temple. So we've done pedicure. So now we got to do the other part. Going in with this color here. And I may or may not put it on the thumbnail. It's just, we'll see. Okay. I think that's real funny. How you come in here talking about somebody, how they look? It's like, no, you do it first. I challenge you to do it first. You show your head full of hair first. You show your stuff first. First. You first. You serve yours up first. I'm glad everything's going well. I'm glad everything's going well. I think that's funny. You just told me how you felt about yourself, other user. You just told me how you felt about yourself, and I feel sorry for you. This is not shade. Like, I'm really serious. Like, did they wake up in the bed? Did they wake up in the flower bed? What did they wake up in? That's not shade. That's just, I'm just very serious. Makes me think of, maybe we need to talk about bullies, because I've never liked bullies. I've never liked it. I've never liked the idea of the concept, because I know that there's a root cause. It's coming from the house. It's coming from the parents. There's a root cause to something when people do that, and they're definitely unhappy with themselves in some way, even if they were coerced into it. Nails. Ooh, this one needs a little bit more time. I would give that a little bit more time there. Okay, so we've done this. Yeah, I think that's something we need to touch base on, because I have dealt with bullies before. And do you know it doesn't stop when people become adults? It don't stop. And so what I find amusing is to immediately forgive them, because God instructed me to do that, and release them into me forgiving them. Because then they're in God's hands, and if I were them, I would be very scared, and I would fix that immediately and rectify that immediately. And that's their choice. I find a lot of times that when people are bullying people, there's something that they are trying to, something underlying that they are trying to protect by putting on this hard exterior. And so that's why maybe other people would be like, oh, I'm gonna block you or whatever. I may still do that if you go too doggone. That's it. If you go too doggone far. Okay. But with me, my first question is, what is the root cause? I will always ask you why. I will always ask what's going with you. Do you want to talk about it? Because my YouTube channel is a safe space to talk about these things. You never know what a person is going through. I had told this story before, but I'll tell it again. I was ordering pizza. Probably something I had no business eating, but every once in a while you can have a treat. And so I was wondering why it was delayed. Little did I know, God nudged me. He said, whatever you do when you get this pizza, don't you complain. Do you understand? Do you understand me? I said, okay. Cool. Little did I know, when that girl got there, She said, oh, I just started this job. Can you imagine had I not listened to God and been rude? Of course, that's not my nature, but I was definitely kind of frustrated. You know, you waiting on pizza and it's kind of delayed a little bit, you know. But can you imagine? I just can't imagine. She said, oh, I hadn't asked anything. This was information she volunteered. And that's how I knew God was working. Other than him telling me, whatever you do, not complain when delivered person gets here. I didn't even know it was a she. It doesn't matter to me, whoever it was. I just know I wanted my pizza. So when she got there, oh, I just started such and such. I didn't make no complaint. I didn't make no fuss. And I can't imagine how long she worked there after that. I might have been her first encounter, her first shift for anything, for her like starting for real. You never know. And so when I see a person is doing that type of stuff, it just makes me wonder, what did they encounter today? Or was it a couple of days ago? Why are they trying so hard to take stuff out on people? I always like to look at the root cause of what's going on. Because why are you mad? You got so many things to be thankful for. Like, first of all, you're alive and you're taking the breath that God gave you. And you're using it to come here and make disparaging remarks to people. We only get 24 hours in a day. Please don't spend it like that. That's the only thing I ask. Or either come talk about it. And for it to be at this time of night, like, I think you need to focus on getting a hot bath or hot shower and getting yourself some good shut eye. That's what I would like to see for you. These look pretty uniform. Okay. Got to get this edge piece off. Hold on. Still use that one and this one. Okay, bet. Okay. I still gotta file that piece. Well, while we wait for those to dry, have ourselves some water. I be liking these in these large sizes of liter ounces, but you can only find those at certain department stores. The liter waters from Amazon. Yeah, I think they have them too. something this size would be good. Like you could send the construction workers out the door with. Hey, have a nice day at work. Take this with you, along with a nice, tasty, healthy, hearty lunch. I may have to mute a couple times because I think I'm hearing copyrighted music being played. I'm not trying to get a strike. So, forewarning. Won't be muted for long, but I ain't trying to get no copyright claims. That's what I'm not trying to do. Took me a little bit to finish that. That's a good sign. Excuse me, pardon my manners. I think these two are done. There we go. Got that off. Okay. I'm not sure what you're saying, Janina Pugh. Is it Russian that you're speaking? Swedish? Please let me know as much as you can, because I know I get them from every tribe and every nation. I be seeing analytics on the back end, so I appreciate y'all. I'm pretty sure y'all in a different time zone. Now, let me figure out if we're doing anything additional to these. We'll see. We're doing anything additional. You might see me out of the frame with it, but I'm still going at it. Yeah, I think this is the simplest thing to do. We got some stuff shaping and forming up. Go ahead and set this in here. Oh, alternate, is that what we'll do? Okay. German. Thank you. I'm sorry for my delayed response. German. I don't speak German. Don't be why don't you teach me the basics of German? I've already learned a little bit of Portuguese years ago. Spanish. There's a funny story about how I had to purposely learn Portuguese because of this song that was popular at the time. They made me mad because the Spanish translation was clearly wrong. And so, knowing how I am, if you're new to the channel, then I like to do research and I like to encourage people to do research about hygiene products. And so, it isn't just limited to that. I like to do research about nearly everything. So, long story short, the Spanish version was not translating well, so I went and learned the Portuguese version. Could I recite it now? No, but it was fun to learn. So, if you would like to, no pressure, I'd like to learn the basics of German. I think that's very interesting. You're watching from all the way over there. That's fun. It shows me that you guys are out there. And I appreciate y'all spending your time with me. Cause I know y'all in a completely different time zone. I don't even know how many hours y'all are ahead of or behind us. That's the crazy thing. India. I'm from the States. I'm from the States. Salim Mayanar. Appreciate you stopping by, spending your time with me. I know you guys have a different time zone as well. Okay. All right, so we got one set finna dry. Do I want to do anything with... Okay. Hold on. Make sure I'm doing this very neatly, so I may be quiet for a moment. I need to concentrate. Okay. I think I've seen you before. There's really no secret. It is the grace of God. In the Bible, it says that he shall beautify the meek with salvation. And when you have a relationship with God, it kind of gives you a glow that you can't get from any product. May the Lord be gracious unto you. He make his face to shine upon you. I'm paraphrasing. I don't know the exact wording, but I don't have it in front of me working on something, but that's the real secret. Okay, I'm gonna erase that because I don't even like how that looked. I'll stick with something simple. There we go. Hold on. Don't do this over again. Okay, so look neat. Okay, let's wipe that off. Okay. Just trying to figure out what else I want to jazz up. We have our color here. I just don't want it to be the only color. Okay. So I think we're dealing with another comment here, just like the person wanted to comment on people's hair, and I said to show yours. Can you show yours? Because a lot of times it's the lights why my teeth look that way. I could brush until the cows come home. I have yellow lighting in here. I also have orange lighting in here. Plus, we're at a bad angle, so you can't really see what it entirely looks like. So I'd be careful before assuming. I forgive you as well. It's quiet here in these comment section. It's very quiet. Very quiet. I think it's hilarious. And I just wonder, would you say that to someone to their face in person? Do you have the bravery for that? That's not shade. That's a real question. Like, I have legitimate concerns. Like, what is happening? What is happening? What kind of days are you guys having? What kind of experiences are you having where you feel like it's okay to comment online, but you wouldn't say it to nobody in person? So because I know my lighting is off and this angle is not the best, I'm not going to worry about it. You're forgiven and you're now in God's hands. It's interesting to be you now. Okay. Got a couple more seconds on everything here. And I wouldn't be surprised if these are accounts disguised underneath other names, just so that they can feel comfortable saying something straight crazy. Oh, goodness. Because I know if I went on anybody else's live stream and I said, oh, I know I can't do that because God will check me in a minute. I can walk around saying the stuff y'all say because I come from a culture where you didn't have a clap back, they didn't take you serious. I clapped back maybe one time in high school. This person, I won't even say if it was a him or a her, this person in high school, they had a reputation for wanting to crack on people. I came in there one day, I don't know what had happened. I just said, you know what, let me stand up to you. Stood up to this person in front of everybody. That's the last time they bothered me. That was the last day. I left out that class not knowing that that was the last time they were going to stop messing with me. A lot of times a person that keep making these remarks and keep doing this stuff, whether it's your real account or a disguised account, I wouldn't know. Only you and God know. And they'll keep poking at you until you stand up for yourself. So, and because we are brave on this channel, I feel sorry for you. Maybe somebody made some remarks to you and you felt like you wanted to feel better. I don't know. Much as I talk about hygiene on here, we all fall short. This is different. I'm at a bad angle. I know I don't have to explain anything to you, but sometimes people, they need to be addressed. So that's what I've learned from a dear sister. Like sometimes it's not that there's anything wrong with the questions or the remarks. Sometimes it need to be addressed because no one's addressed it before. So I would be careful walking around pointing out, picking at folks. I would. I feel sorry for you. And this is not shade. Like I really do. I feel sorry for you because you got the perception somewhere that this was okay. And it's not. It's just not okay. All right. And so, and I already know that your people are going to leave the lie because people are not the biggest fans of the truth. That's okay. Still needs to be said. So the fact that I address it, and so if I get any more comments again, I will just move myself accordingly where you would have to think twice about making those comments. That's what I'll do. I'll move myself accordingly on this platform. They have certain resources available, and so I will use them. That's what I'll do. And I will forgive you again. But I'm going to put boundaries in place and restrict you. That's to happen. Okay. Okay. There we go. Because as much as what's going on in the world, I do not have time for that. Okay. Okay, I think we're done with this color. Question is, should I add something else? I should. But I'm not going to. I think I'm going to keep on plain Jane. I'm going to mute this because there's some copyrighted music here. yellow tinted lighting. Okay, and I've had that for the longest on this channel. Okay. Look okay to me. Go ahead and do this plain here. Oh, that's a flat wind up in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I did finish this. Stop something from me. Janina, you still here? I'm gonna keep going. So while I wait for those to dry and moisturize our skin, that's the best thing to do. Might need a deep mask conditioner on everything here. Okay. Okay. See, that's the light. Now, if my light was white all the way, yeah, that would change. Stretch myself out because I'm all scrunched up in here. High-waisted pants and everything. Mm-hmm. See how these are drying out because we're gonna have to get to these next. And I take this. A memento. There's one thing about the pedicure, but then actually let me cover this. I'm a happy camper. All right, here we go. Now I don't have to see that. So to run the back off of what I was saying before is that I believe that bullies, they're fighting something internally, and that's exactly what they want to pour off on someone else. They're not feeling so great about themselves, and I'm not saying this with shade at all. They're feeling not so great about themselves, so they feel the need to want to pour out their negativity on other people. I don't even like to say the word, what they call it, start with an E. I don't even like to say that. I'm calling it the ugly word, what it is. Because what did you wake up with? What did you wake up around? What environment did you wake up with where you felt the need to do that to people? And I know most people be like, oh, you let it go. No, 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 no. I've already let it go. I have forgiven you. I've forgiven whoever else it is. But I wanted to bring this up because I think it's hilarious. Because if you think about it, there was bullies in the Bible. David, anyone? Does anybody remember David and Goliath? Goliath was the biggest bully. He talked the most trash. It was in King James Version, but he talked trash. Okay? He talked a lot of trash. And he kept threatening that man. And so let's rewind back to, if you don't know the story of David, I'm just finna give you a preface. So before David ever defeated Goliath, he tended to sheep. That was a part of his boot camp, if you will. Wrestling lions, tigers, and bears, if I'm not mistaken. Then essentially that prepared him wrestling lions, tigers, and bears, all those dangerous behind animals. That prepared him to go against Goliath. I heard the man was 9 foot tall, if I'm not mistaken. I've stood next to people, and I'm bite-sized as far as my height, so I won't reveal it. I stood next to people 6 foot tall. Could you imagine 3 more feet? Okay. Yeah. So what made David have a victory is because, one, he had a heart after God. Two, he did what God said when it didn't make sense. And three, God assured him the victory. A lot of times a person be like, oh, well, this bully is too big. And a lot of times a bully is empowered because no one has had the heart to stand up to the bully. And as soon as you stand up for yourself, they want to give you trouble. Or it comes in the form of this, where they want to leave comments. I'm not offended. Maybe that's what you wanted. Yeah. So when it came to him getting his slingshot and that stone, oh, I just can't imagine people was probably talking trash underneath their breath. Look at that boy over there. He ain't finna do nothing. That stone ain't finna do nothing to nobody. Little did they know that as soon as that thing hit that man smack dab, it hit right here. Pow. Splack out. Everybody took him serious. All of a sudden, David the shepherd's boy ain't no punk. Truth is, he wasn't no punk from the beginning. Y'all weren't paying attention when he was wrestling bears. Y'all weren't paying attention when he was wrestling lions, tigers, whatever else he was wrestling. Y'all just thought, oh, he's just doing that. You know, men will be men, boys will be boys. It's funny how I'm on this live, I am pouring into myself, and I'm having to address this. I believe in addressing things because there's some things you could let God fight a battle for you, but then there's other things that you need to address. And I think I had a good laugh. I thank y'all for the laugh, because I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing because I know where it comes from when a person makes remarks about a person. They do it with intention. The intention, because they want the person to be offended. That's what I laugh at. I laugh at, okay, they don't get it yet. And that's okay. My sincere hope and sincere prayers that you get to it. Until then, I'm going to address it. I'm definitely going to address it. I have to. Whenever I'm nudged to, whenever I'm led to. Because maybe you have said these remarks to other people and it has completely just thrown them for a loop, and they're like, oh, I quit. Not me. Not me, baby. They'll be like, why is you laughing? Because I know I grew up in a culture. I won't tell you my high school year, but I grew up in a culture that they don't do all this, where people is, getting the ka ka ka. I can't show you the hand motion, but you read between the lines. People use fist, or either they had a comeback. We just happen to be and so from here on out, actually since the beginning of the channel, we're going to address that stuff. Whenever I am led to, I get a nudge. Okay, all right, I got to address this. It is what it is. I give out block trophies, but now what I'm going to start doing is, in addition to that, is doing the putting on timeout. Consider that the grace of God, because God gives us grace. He gives us grace. He gives us grace. He gives us grace. God's a great God. The other side, what people probably aren't most familiar with or don't hear enough of, is that while God is an awesome God and he's a father to many people, God is also a real life thug. Okay, let me explain. God will also get tired. He will exhaust his grace, and if he sees you're taking advantage, like he put you in timeout, and if you wear that out, he's gonna get up out of the chair. That's what I like to call it. If we get to a point where God has to get up out of the chair to deal with you, I would run. I don't know many places you'll be able to run to because you're on Earth. You can run the spaceship. He might still get you. I'm just saying. You could ask God yourself. But when God has to get up out of the chair, what I call it, anytime God has to get up out of that chair, like, you ever seen a parent have to get up out of the chair? All right, I got to go cut the switch. All right, I got to get up out of the chair, get the belt. That get up out of the chair moment, God has those moments with us. So consider you being put in timeout as God's grace, because next time I don't know what it might be. I don't know. You can be kind to people, but being nice, no, you got to be careful with that. You get pushed over. You can forgive the bully, but sometimes you got to stand up to people. Every time I have stood up for myself in my 30-something years of life, the person never bothered me again. And if they dared to bother me again, then what I do is I give it to God. And then God gets to a point where he gets up out of that chair, where he got to get up out of the chair. And he lets me know in his own way, his special way, hey, I got it from here. It's a beautiful thing. Not so much for the perpetrator if they're just taking the grace of God. The grace of God is when he sends people to warn us, Hey, you might not want to do that. Even you standing up to the bully is a warning. Like, that's, hey. I've had family members have, one in particular faced a bully. They started something out of complete lie, because they didn't like my family member. Next thing you know, they kept bothering with this person till they stood up to them. They punched him, socked him one time in their mouth. Never bothered them again. Whole place scared. Do I approve and condone of socking people in the mouth? I don't. Do I approve of ka ka ka? No. And there's a reason why I did the hand motion off cam, because I know YouTube is very funny about that. Do I approve of that? No. But I do approve of standing up for yourself. That's the part I'm such an advocate for. I may talk about it with hygiene, advocating for yourself, checking the ingredients, all that other stuff like that. But now it's you. I'm slowly kind of, as I'm allowed, of course. Um, and I may just make this out to be a brave girl chat, that just sharing experiences as I'm led to, because some people need to hear this. They may be dealing with the same thing I'm dealing with and feeling like it's the end of the world and not know how to deal with it. And the people who run this back, they're going to find this really helpful, whoever they are. Oh, you mean I can forgive the book? I can stand up to them? Yes. And you don't have to be violent at all. Plus, there's certain buttons on these platforms where you can block, put them on timeout. You can do this and whatever them buttons is called on every platform. Utilize them. They are your best friend. Nearly want to make a rap song about the block button. I love it. Yeah. But I feel sorry for people, because that's why I laugh. I laugh because I know full well the easy response is to cuss. The easy response is that I'm finna have a comeback and go, and you go low, I go lower. I go low as, some place that's full of flames. That's easy to do something ignorant. Ignorant meaning not stupid. Ignorant meaning I'm gonna just stoop to your level because it's cool, looked at as cool. Let's try taking the mature route. That's what I'm a fan of. Let's take the mature route, because you stooping to their level is just not, it's not going to do that. And I used to do that, stoop to the level, like, baby, mess around, don't do it. It's easy to stoop to somebody's level. Oh, I'm finna talk about your such and such. Nope. Why do you think your mama jokes is fighting words? We too old for that. How old are we again? I'm in my 30s. Y'all, like I said on the other live stream, y'all are too old for this. Some of you are too old to be getting in people comments, making the comments. Y'all too old for this. And I don't say old as an insult. I mean your chronological age is too high to be engaging in this activity, because some of y'all probably parents. What are you telling these children what you do on here? Or you're just, oh, it ain't none of their business. What did these kids find it? This is the internet after all. That's all, just something to think about. Hmm. Yeah, but if you would like to see more videos like this where I'm going over this, I'm just having a nice self-care Thursday, but this might have been transformed into a brave girl chat. Who knows? Um, then on either side, there's going to be a playlist whenever it allows me to do so. I do appreciate each and every one of you for watching, even those that left the remarks that you left that had other intentions. I forgive you. I do sincerely hope that you get the assistance that you need. That is not shade, because I realize where that's coming from. I realize the root cause of what where that comes from when a person feels like they want to fire insults at a person. I understand where that comes from because I grew up in a generation where they did that. So I understand. If I'm ever allowed to share any more stories, I will. Can't tell you when until I get permission. But until next time, I love each and every one of you, including those who have left remarks. Seriously, I do. And there's nothing you can do about it. Until next time. Hold on. Hold on. Copyrighted music. Trying to wait until it subsides. Oh, I was on mute. Until next time. Love you.